staff. I beefed up quality assurance programs. We have in place the best technology possible. And I've changed the different protocols to make it clear, when in doubt, dispatch police. I will continue to work with deputies, the police department, the 911 center board, the county board, and we will continue to evaluate and improve the policies and operations of that important service. We also do face tough times here locally. The national recession is hitting us here right now, our citizens. House foreclosures are up, food stamps are up, jobs are down. Our new president and Congress are making big investments to turn this around, and we will use those investments here. We are shovel ready to work on important county road projects and get people to work. We have built a compassionate human services system here that is next to none in this state. We have unique programs for seniors, unique programs for children, and we will continue to invest for people with developmental disabilities. We have protected our natural resources with nationally recognized innovations by environmentalists and builders working together to make sure we have clean lakes and great farmland here in our county. And we did all of this while holding the line on property taxes. I created a ceiling I haven't allowed our county to exceed, and we've earned a AAA bond rating. Only a handful of counties in the entire country have that. And we are poised here to do more and better and greater. We are poised here to have more jobs, more clean energy. We're harnessing right now waste pollution from our landfill and converting it to electricity and selling it back to MG&E and making $3 million for our taxpayers. And we're finishing a feasibility study right now that will have farmers turning their waste, manure, our cow power here with 50,000 cows, into clean power and good paying jobs that are sustainable forever. You know, while other places are talking about this future, we're doing it right here in Dane County, and I'm eager to keep doing more. I work as hard as I possibly can, and I pledge for more time here.
I'm wondered about the future of Dane County. And I'm in this race because Dane County isn't as safe as it used to be. And the recent failures at the 911 center have caused us to lose trust. And my opponent hasn't made safety a priority. Good people are losing good jobs, and we don't have a plan to replace jobs and attract business to the area. And this isn't a priority for my opponent. And I'm in this race because we need a county executive 100% focused on Dane County, someone who sees county issues as the priority. And although she's held the position for the past 12 years, leading Dane County has not been a priority for Kathleen Falk. First and foremost, you need to know that if elected to this position, this will be the only job for me. This is not a stepping stone to some office. I will come to work every day as your county executive. In tough economic times, I will be the executive who sees that we focus on the basic needs of our county and deliver them to the best of our
Are more than double any other county in Wisconsin, and yet despite this great growth, we have people who are losing jobs, and creating these sustainable, good-paying jobs is a priority to me. That's what I just talked about as one example here of how we can harness and have green power and good-paying jobs. I've also created very innovative programs not too far from where we're standing right now, where we help moms and dads get good paying jobs, stay in them so they can work their way out of poverty. I was one of the original collaborators of our new Thrive, our development entity here for our region that is doing powerful and exciting things, and I helped launch that effort and a key partner in that work. A second priority is to continue to balance this fast-growing county with a population of important needs with limited resources. And I've done that 12 years running by prioritizing in every single budget public safety and human services. And I'll continue to do that because those are the two most important issues people tell me they want their hard-earned dollars spent on. And I've done that earning our AAA bond rating by striking that right balance. And third is to solve the problems that are in front of us next year and today and tomorrow. And those are underlying issues of public safety and the root causes of problems. And that's what I love doing, and one of the reasons we're taking on this issue of alcohol, because of the pain, the public safety on our roads, the public
This question is directed first at Nancy Mistele. A clean environment is an important component of our quality of life. How will you balance environmental programs with the need for growth and the impacts on the economy and property rates?
Well, as I said before, growth and conservation are not mutually exclusive terms. And I think we start by knowing that property owners respect their property and deserve our respect at the county level. We don't need government to intervene at every step of the way to protect our land, and we don't need to own every blade of grass in Dane County to
Show reality. For 12 years, our county's been growing, thriving. We are growing at double, 60,000 people a decade coming to our county because we have the greatest place in the world to live. And yet we've had a great quality of life. We can have it both, and we do have it both, and we will continue to have it both by how we approach problems. When I was first elected by you 12 years ago, the first thing I did was call the builders and say, if we want to continue to have this great place to live, we need to work together. And that's what we've done. And together we've done things like you have voted to pass the Conservation Fund. We have protected thousands of acres of land forever. So people and our kids will want to stay and live here and have clean lakes. We have the strongest environmental protections because I called and asked the builders to work with us. We have strong rural regulations. I asked the farmers to work with us. And so we've developed in our county strong protections by environmentalists, builders, farmers, working together. And that's why we continue to keep growing, thriving, more jobs, and better society. But what those deputies and sheriff tell me is that half the people you are putting up in a jail every night are there because of too much alcohol. I see the statistics and I see the dollars because I fund that. We're going to make a difference here, a permanent difference in these groups. For violence, for domestic violence, for drunk drivers, pulling people on the road, for kids being beat at home. And getting at the underlying roots of problems is exactly what leadership is.
A report that asked Kathleen Falk to add staff, equipment to the center, or face a catastrophe.
Released in last April. I took responsibility for the county. I immediately ordered an investigation and have taken the steps since then to reduce as much as possible any opportunity for human error. We've added staff, we've improved the quality assurance and training of the staff. We have invested in and have in place the best technology that exists. And I have asked the center board, working with the police departments, to review and change protocol. And in the meanwhile, I have directed the staff that whenever or if ever any doubt, to automatically.
This evening, the North Mendota Parkway Oversight Committee is discussing the natural area protection area, and they actually vote on the boundary for it. How vigorously will you work to preserve the North Mendota Parkway natural area preservation area, and how will you go about both camps?
Vicki Bombach from Madison. My question is directed to Nancy. You talked about the 911 center, and none of us who have lived, I was born and raised in Madison, I've lived in Dane County my entire life, that's 47 years. None of us are going to say that what happened is something that's acceptable. But have you gone to the 911 center? Have you checked the protocols? Have you looked at the Madison protocols, the Madison police protocols, versus other towns in the county?
Funding child protective service workers, funding people who take care of people with developmental disabilities, creating an airport and a zoo, parks. That's what your dollars do. That's what government does. And that in this day and age when times are tough, people can't travel, people are worried about tomorrow, keeping their jobs. It's government they look at to build infrastructure, help build jobs, have that cushion for the most vulnerable who otherwise are going to lose their home or in deep trouble. And that's what county government does. And